so let's move on to another section. Let's go ahead and talk about the food.
Okay.
So there's several options of food on this cruise ship.
So first, let me say, before we got on this ship, one of the things that we constantly heard over and over is that MSC's food is horrible.
Terrible.
Terrible, like
unedible. Yeah, exactly. So we were really concerned.
we were concerned.
Yeah, we were concerned. But they do have several options for food. You have the traditional buffet. You have the main dining room. You have the plaza that we mentioned earlier with little sandwiches and stuff like that. And then you have a couple of specialty restaurants, right? Because they have the Butcher's Cut. Yeah, the Butcher's Cut. And then they have the pizza.
The Galaxy Place.
The Galaxy Place, the pizza place and stuff like that. And the sports bar. So we decided to go and check out the buffet the first day. And let me tell you, the food on the buffet was so good, we actually didn't eat anywhere else.
We ate in the buffet. Like, you're right. I don't think we ate.
No, we did. We ate the plaza twice.
Okay.
Just for a short little period.
But we didn't go to any of the
paid restaurants.
And we never made it to the main dining room.
We never made it to the main dining room. Well, I mean, the main dining room has set, dining room times. So we're used to having, anytime dining. We can go wherever we want. So that's kind of not really our thing, is to have to be scheduled to be somewhere for dining. So we ended up just basically going to the buffet. It was right above where we were, on deck 14. So it was very accessible, very easy. And they had a long period of time when they were actually open. They were open really, really late.
Access to food on the MSC was so much better.
Oh, absolutely.
Than, a lot of the other cruise lines that we've been on now.
Yeah.
Like I said, people had me scared, like we need to bring salt.
Yes, exactly.
Like stuff was going to be not flavorful.
We did, but we didn't use it.
No. The salt is for gargling.
Oh, okay. All right, sorry.
Put it in the medical bag.
Well,
we did not bring salt for food.
All right, we were... Okay.
Anyway.
But still. We were concerned.
So we were concerned.
Yeah.
But, like you said, there were so many options on the buffet. And stuff really was seasoned. There was everything, hit it out the park. No. But the majority of it absolutely was.
And it's interesting, too, because a lot of times you don't like to go to the buffet or whatever. But, I mean, we were there. I mean, at one point, I think I was having 3 meals a day in the buffet because it was just so good. They had tons of options. Now, they have 2 buffets, the Calamont, I think is what, and something with an M. Can't remember.
We call it the Marabou.
That's
not right.
Anyways, but there's 2 buffets. This buffet is huge. I mean, it is really, really big. They shut one of them down because of the capacity level. But even just having one buffet open, there were lots and lots of options.
Yep.
From pizza to grill items like burgers and stuff like that to salads and
they had
soups.
They had a vegetarian section that was vegetarian.
Yeah.
They also had a section that was specials of the day.
Yep.
And this is on top of what you normally see, like a grilled pizza, fruit, salad.
And I think sometimes the special of the day was geared towards whatever port we were at or whatever. It was kind of themed, because when we were in Ocean's K, I think it was based off of stuff that they were also having at the buffet at Ocean's K. But they also had a children's corner there with the little port thing for them to walk through or whatever, which really they only had one day. I think I only saw it one day.
The port, only. But they did have the children's corner. Now, that's interesting because we didn't see many children actually using it.
Yep.
And I think that's one thing to point out. Kids have their palate is a lot of times can be more adventurous than adults. So I think the kids we did see,
they were at the buffet. Exactly.
The kids' corner had chicken nuggets, fries, and
macaroni and cheese or something.
Plain pasta.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's necessary, to be honest.
I don't think that it was necessary.
Now, again, there were only 1,400 people on our ship, so it wasn't that many kids.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know if it's full. If that's their way of keeping a whole bunch of kids out of the buffet area. But, I don't know if that little area was 100% necessary.
But either way, I mean, everything there was really good. I mean, I felt the buffet food was very, very good.
Okay, but let's keep it real. Y'all, we had some pasta.
Oh, yes.
And it's an Italian cruise ship.
I said that the pasta was gluey. That's the word that I was using for the pasta. It was gluey. It was sticky it tasted like it was overdone. And I thought to myself, this is really interesting because this is an Italian cruise line, right? Is this what the pasta tastes like in Italy? I've never been to Italy before. So I'm concerned about going to Italy now.
Fortunately, not all the pasta was like
no,
that.
but a lot of it was.
Well,
I mean,
I had
some of it I liked.
Pasta one night. That was good.
I had a pasta that had like
you love that one pasta.
The one that had salami in it or something. I think it was like spiral noodles or something. That actually was good. But I mean, there was other pasta though that I was like, this is gluey. Like, what is this?
So then they talk. We heard people say like the pizza is the best pizza.
Oh yeah.
Pizza at sea.
Yeah.
And it honestly it could be. It could be, but I don't know how much that's really saying because most cruise lines pizza is like abysmal.
Yeah.
Like I know. Or RCL's gotten better. I would normally say I think Carnival is my favorite in terms of pizza at sea, but none of them are like comparable to pizza you can get
at home
at your local places at home.
Yeah, exactly.
So the pizza on the ship, it was good.
It was good, but it didn't blow me out of the way. Yeah, exactly.
Like people made me think that's what it was going to be.
Exactly.
Right?
Like I'm never gonna be able to eat pizza at home again. I have to go to sea to get the best pizza. I didn't feel that way. I mean, it was like you said, it was good.
Did pizza in the buffet and room service, so they do have a pizza restaurant, and maybe it's different there.
That's a good point.
So,
yeah.
In fairness, it could be different there, but don't get us wrong. It wasn't that it wasn't good because we did eat it, but it just wasn't. People, I guess, had my expectations a little higher.
Two things that I noticed also about the buffet that's a little bit different is they don't have like an ice cream self-serve machine there. Sometimes you see those in the buffets, like swirls for Carnival. They don't have one of those. And then also you can't get your own drinks in the buffet. So they actually have employees manned those stations to get you coffee, water, or whatever.
Why?
And it's kind of odd.
Because the buffet is self-serve.
So why would not the drinks be? Yeah, so I didn't understand that. But then they also have employees pushing around a cart. They'll ask you if you want any water or coffee. So that was nice, especially if you sat further away from where the drink station was or the buffet.
We have to mention this. So one of the things, and you know what, when we went to the buffet, I think it was an early dinner on the first night. Y'all, we were bombarded with at least 15 or more people asking us if we wanted the drink package.
Some of them the same people asking the same question.
Yeah, I'm like, I know you
saw us.
asked us 5 minutes ago, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Like they asking about the drink package and the restaurant
Especially
package.
restaurant,
yes. And all of these you can book online beforehand. Now, this isn't something that's specific to MSC, so we get this on other cruise lines as well. But usually what happens is they may be standing outside of the buffet and just ask you as you go in.
And not while you're actually eating and enjoying your meal.
Yeah, not while you're actually trying to eat. And guys, this was really overwhelming.
It really was.
They had, like, everybody was asking us over and over again.
Yeah, because you said that this is probably part of their incentive package, or, whatever, to sell these packages.
Yeah, I'm sure they get, you know, some type of bonus or something for selling.
Yeah, so we feel bad that they have to do that. I understand
why they're doing it, but again, we didn't have a full selling, and it was overwhelming.
It really was. Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know how to, because when we first got on and we went to the little plaza place, there were 3 people in there offering it to us.
And then going to the buffet.
And then we went to the buffet, and there were however many, and like you said, repetitively, so
just know that happens. They're going to ask you.
And I think the drink package only happens, I think, on day 1.
The
you
rest
have to
of
buy it on day 1.
Yeah, the rest of it was specialty packages.
Yeah, after that you might get specialty dinner packages or whatever.
Yeah.
That wasn't as bad, but that drink package, honey.
But yeah. So overall, I felt like the food was good in the buffet, and like I said, we tried the plaza and it was okay. And then we also did room service a couple of times as well. You want to talk about that? So
one thing, and I failed to mention this early on, is MSC's system of, I don't even know how to say it. There's a hierarchy to the class of people, I guess, that you have on board. So you've got your Bella class, which is basically, let's say it's entry level. Then you have your Fantastica, which is what we were. That's a step above entry level. Then you have your Aria, and then you have your MSC Yacht Club. So the Yacht Club is like a ship within a ship. So you may have heard like NCL has Haven and stuff stuff like that. So that's going to be your highest tier. That's where your suites are and all that stuff. And they have all their own like restaurants and stuff. Basically, they could have a cruise and never see the other tiers if they didn't want to, other than boarding. So it's weird because not only does that determine the type of room and where your room is located. So obviously, the higher tier, the better your room will be more centrally located to activities. It also determines other little things, so such as whether you have to pay for room service delivery, whether you have to pay for room service food, whether they're just little other areas you can go on the ship. It was just really weird. So one thing with room service is because we were Fantastica, we did not have to pay the $3.50 delivery charge.
Right.
So there's a delivery fee of $3.50, and then there is a service charge of $7.95
for the dinner items.
For the dinner items. So that's what the menu tells you.
Yes.
Okay. So that was our understanding.
Yes.
Well, to make a long story short, in November of 2021, they actually changed it. So even their complimentary items are no longer complimentary. Everything costs money. However, it is not on the actual menu. It looks like it's complimentary, but when you call, they're going to tell you, okay, just so you know, it's
$3.95 or whatever it is.
She said it's
$3 something for one item and $5 for two.
$3 for one, $5 for two.
Yeah.
And this is the free stuff like a tuna sandwich,
right? Or
this is your basic like little, and the menu like y'all is like 5-6 items,
like
a sandwich, a cup of soup, whatever. So just be warned that they really don't have free room service. Now, maybe if you are a higher
class
level,
or stuff like that.
But just in general, because I'm sure the majority of people are in the
Fantastica
area. It is not.
But it was kind of a shock to us just because we saw it one thing, and then you call it says something different. So it's a little bit weird. But
and they also have maximums. Like, I've never seen this before. I get it, though. Where they say that you can only order 2 items per person in the room. So if you have 2 people, you can only technically order 4 items. Now, I don't know that they really adhere to that or anything. But it was actually written in there. So I just thought that was kind of odd. But I have to say, the stuff under the dinner menu that you do pay for, so it's $7.95. And it's not $7.95 per item. It's $7.95 for the order. You order in that area.
Yes.
The room service was actually very good. So, and I love the fact that I could get true dinner. Like I could get, I got salmon. You can get salads. Now it's not extensive, but if you didn't want to go to the buffet or the main dining room or anything like that, you don't have to settle for a sandwich. You can get legit food.
Yeah. At certain times of the day.
On your balcony.
Yeah. Have a nice piece of salmon. Yeah. I will say that also two things that I forgot to mention about food. And then we can move on, is that, one, make sure you ask if you want something customizable. All you have to do is ask and, they just tell you no. But we noticed that, like, on the grill, that I could ask for a turkey burger. Yep. They have the burger and a veggie burger. Like, they don't have it there, but I just simply asked. I was like, is this all that you have is the beef burgers? And she said no. And I was like, can I get a turkey burger? And she said, yeah. I was like, do you have veggie burgers? She said, yeah. So just ask if you have a specialty thing that you want to ask for. And also the same thing with room service, because you were able to actually get a bowl of grapes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they have a cheese plate that they offer, and it comes with maybe 5 grapes on it. And so I asked, can I just not get the cheese and get a plate of grapes? And they brought me some of the biggest, beautiful, delicious grapes.
Yeah.
And they were great. It's and it's so funny because y'all may have heard in one of our older carnival things when I went to the buffet, all I wanted was a grape.
Oh.
And the only way to get them was off one of the displays.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I like grapes. Okay?
Yeah. It was really odd. They just didn't have grapes there.
They have all this other fruit.
Because even on the buffet on here, like, they had a bowl of fruit, but it was like 2 grapes in the whole bowl of fruit. So that was kind of, so just ask. They're very accommodating with stuff like that. And then one more thing is the coffee. The coffee in the buffet is the best coffee I've ever had on a cruise ship. Like, it's perfect. I don't know we tried even Googling it to figure out what brand of coffee it is. And there's a couple of people out there who said different things, but if you're a coffee drinker, get the coffee in the buffet. It's very, very, very good. They have different creamers and stuff. They'll make it exactly how you want it. So good. You called it choffrey. You don't even drink. Choffrey. You don't drink coffee.
I don't drink coffee.
Yeah, yeah.
But he got me to try, and so I got coffee and some hazelnut creamer, I think, and I mixed hot chocolate in mine.
Yeah,
delicious. I mean, it was so good that we have come home
and tried to redo it.
Tried to remake it here. So yes, their coffee is actually, and I think I like it. So it depends on, I guess, what type of coffee you like. But it wasn't too overbearing. It wasn't too strong.
Yeah,
it was perfect. It was really good.
Yeah, it was really good. So check out the Coffee on Board.